Welcome back to my Let's Play for Pokemon Silver, and it's time to pick up that expansion card and deal with Snorlax. On the plus side, at least, we don't have to deal with really any of the trainers on this route, so we can just avoid anything but Brock. Oh, and that one trainer hangs out with Brock all the time. With the Sand Slash. He never goes away. It's weird. He just sits there all day in that gym, talking about light speed. You think he has something better to talk about, you know, than light speed. What about hyper speed? I mean, come on. Or ludicrous speed. And yeah, I still need to pick up some repels. I really should do that. But I'm a bit lazy on that front, what can I say? Okay, man, give me my expansion card, thank you. Yeah, just hand it over, please, real fast. It'll save my life. Kind of. Yeah, I don't care about the radio programs besides one. The Pokeflute channel. Okay, time to head back to Vermilion City. So we can go through that cave. And deal with a lot of Digletts. Oh joy. Let's see, who do I want up front for this? Someone expendable. I know, Banshee. Okay. Pretty sure it's the last one. Yep. Well, let's on the Pokegear and move ever so slightly away. You know, I wish we could just let this thing wander off rather than fight it. I don't even have a Master Ball anymore because I used it up on a Skarmory. So I don't have any real option for capture here. I suspect it's gonna go to sleep, to be honest. And throw off my toxic strategy. Ah, Body Slam, going for paralysis, eh? Ah, yes, leftovers. Gosh darn it. Well, that's one way to inconvenience it, I suppose. It doesn't have to be very effective. The problem is it can always rest that off and then screw me over. Ah, going with rollout, eh? Gosh darn it. Peck it. I would try and switch out at this point, but that's gonna be difficult getting, you know, rolled all over here. At least the leftovers, you know, are getting overpowered at this point. And they can't stop doing rollouts, so while Banshee might go down, I might be able to get the win anyway. Shoot. Let's see. We'll send Kenya out. Fly. That's gonna break rollout, but, you know, whatever. Between the Toxic and Fly, I think we got this. I still end up losing Skarmory in the process, though, unfortunately. Poor Banshee. He got the crap knocked out of it from rollout. Ugh, sad days. That was surprisingly free of opponents. Yeah, I'll cut, alright. I'm surprised. I figured I would have gotten a visit from at least one random encounter. Game's being nice to me. Makes me nervous. Makes me wonder if I'm gonna be biting off a bit more than I can chew here. After all, Misty's Starmie proved quite formidable. And let's face it, I only got really one counter here, or two counters for Brock. SkulKracken, which is vulnerable to counterattack, and, you know, Jump Bluff, which is also vulnerable to counterattack, being part flying. Not, the best options, you know? But, you know, I think we can pull it off. The only real ones to worry about are gonna be, Kabuto and, well, Kabutops and Omastar, but, you know, that's what Venus is for. The real trick's gonna be setting up for, you know, the initial, opponent. Can't remember if he leads off with, one of the fossils, or if he leads off with, like, Onyx. I think it's Onyx, so you can probably just, surf it away. Ah, Sand Slash. Well, time for a surf attack. Come on, ride the wave to victory! I don't want to have to fight this thing for a long length of time, after all. Those claws are dangerous, somewhat. Though I admit, the ground one always had a hard time getting, much use out of Sand Slash. Sometimes it'd come to save me. Usually it'd get knocked on its butt. Traveler is much more helpful in the ground run. Onyx was a mixed bag. Screech was helpful, just it wasn't fast enough to always be super useful. It's a good thing I'm not using physical attacks then. I'm going all for special attacks. Starting off with the Graveler, eh? Well, I made the right call. Then again, Jumpluff probably could have taken it out too, regardless. But, yeah. First thing out, and it's straight into a Surf. He's definitely gonna switch over to one of the fossils, though, after that. So they can try and, nullify the damage a bit. At least that's my assumption. Yep, Omastar. Okay, let's do this, Venus. It's time for a Giga Drain. Yeah. Will it be good enough to knock it out? I'm not sure. As long as it comes close, I'll be happy with it. Nope. It was trained completely. Darn. It learned to fear the Venus that day. Onyx, eh? Well, back to SkulKracken then. I'd rather use Surf on these guys, you know? And use up all my Giga Drains, you know, because I gotta worry about Kabutops still. Though I probably could take Onyx with just Giga Drain anyway. Come on, overpower it. Huh. I'm guessing Kabutops next. Yep, called it. He's pretty predictable, what can I say? Well, despite having a slight level advantage, it probably ain't gonna matter. Feed me! I'm a vampire this time. I feed on your pain! And Venus gets an easy 900. And that leaves Rhyhorn. Or as I like to call it, Cryhorn. Giga Drain. This probably is gonna cripple it, to be honest. If it survives this, it's probably gonna be hard-pressed to fight back. Oh, critical hit, so no chance then. It was Tez a doornail. Well, that was fairly easy. Thank you, Venus and SkulKracken, for your hard work this episode. Though you made this look pretty easy, to be honest. Thankfully, the next two gyms aren't going to be as easy to crush. Well, Blaine might. You know, he is fire type after all. So I might be able to get past him with SkulKracken, basically. But we'll see. Well, that does it for this episode. Next time, we go hunting for Blaine. Until then, see ya.